these so-called 5 vices, they describe them as vices, vicious things that we do. Anger, lust, greed, possessiveness, ego, haughtiness. They describe these as our enemies. If we didn't have these, nobody could pay off their karma at all. These are essential things for paying off our karma. The karma creating and paying off is based on the use of these 5. So we can't say they are all enemies. These are tools to be used for paying off our karma. And they come automatically to pay off the karma. We don't say, now I'm going to use my anger to do this, now I'm going to use my lust to do this. It automatically happens. Karma is played out like that automatically. But when you are on a spiritual path, these things can become a distraction to your inner journey, inner progress. So in course of time, you have to lighten the burden of these 5 on your own attention so that you can withdraw faster. A stage comes in meditation when they drop off automatically. That stage comes when you cross the mind. The moment your attention has been able to reach a point where you realize you are the soul, mind was merely an instrument to think. When you reach that point in actual realization, in meditation, you find you don't get angry after that. There's no lustful thing. There's no greed left. There's no possessiveness left. There's no ego left. It's an amazing thing that these things have been built for our stay in the 3 worlds of mind. Physical, astral, causal. That's where they operate. They don't operate anywhere else. So that is why ultimately they go away like that. In some books, to make it look like a physical thing, this departure of the 5 vices, they show that a crow gets into the great lake of Mansarovar and then comes out like a swan. And all these 5 vices look like little boys and they walk away. So sometimes in our own idiom in the Dera, India, we used to say, have the 5 boys left you or not? It meant that. How I remember it is that if I told you the story of a man who had come to Dera claiming that he goes to Parbrahm, he was just a visitor to the Dera, but he would sit on a platform. After Great Master's discourse, he would gather his own people, that he was also like a saint giving talks. And I realized it was all his ego. I was a young child, but I didn't like what he was doing. So I had one day with my handkerchief a safety pin, I just tied up for something. I had to tie up something. I opened the safety pin. And when he was saying, he is in Par Brahm, I went behind him and poked him in the butt. He got so angry. He got up and ran after me. I could run faster, I knew. So he couldn't catch up. But I remember shouting back at him, where are your 5 boys? I still remember that. But he was showing such much anger that people all laughed and walked away after seeing his state. And if you are actually at that level, you can't even be provoked into anger. You can't even be, you just laugh and smile and say, yes, what is this game? What is this? Something else. So, but what can happen before that? Supposing we are aware that a certain level of enlightenment, these 5 boys will run. What can we do now? What we can do now is to be conscious of them. To be conscious of them and try not to make them part of your actual action, which means you're angry, hold it back. I asked somebody an easy way, how can we hold back anger? He said, make a decision, every time you're angry, count up to 100 and you won't be angry. It works. It only needs a little time gap. So if you can hold back and see Why am I angry? Is this a karma I'm paying off? Then I've got angry in my head. Do I have to react to what is causing the anger? Remember, in karma, if something provokes you to anger, and you get angry and retort and react to it, you create new karma. If you don't, and digest it inside as a payoff, it becomes a payoff, karma ends there. If you don't react to these provocations, karma ends. And if you react, you create a new one. And it goes on and on like that. So most of us react to karma, react to provocation in different ways, and that is why the cycle of karma keeps on going on. So it's best to practice restraint and see how much we can hold and argue to ourselves, remind ourselves, this is the payback from the past. And therefore, if I react, I also get angry, somebody is angry with me. If I get angry, I am perpetuating the karma. If I don't, I am finishing it. Good way to cut down your karma. Somebody had asked me a question by email, and somebody asked personally also, that I have said in my talks that when a perfect living master initiates a disciple, the sinchit karma is washed away, erased right at that time. And the only karma left is the pralabdha, the destiny with which you are born here. Yet, in some books they say they read that some of the karma is taken care of in the astral and causal planes. If the sinchit is completely erased, what karma is being taken care of in the astral and causal planes? So I wanted to explain that if a perfect living master initiates a disciple, the reserve karma is wiped off completely. And it cannot be used for any future life or anywhere else. But the current karma, which is the destiny you come with, is still to be fulfilled. And while you are making sure this karma is paid off in this one lifetime, you are creating new karma also. Supposing you don't have to come back in second life, and the remainder of your life you have been creating more karma, that's the one that is paid off in the astral and causal states. It's not sinchit karma that's paid off there. It's the remainder of the newly created karma that you are creating in the balance of your life after initiation. That is why it's a good idea that after initiation, practice more restraint and remind yourself, if I'm going to do this, it will perpetuate the karma, it will prolong, I'll have to work it out in the astral plane. Some people say, we don't want to waste time in astral plane. Then don't create the kind of karma that if you're not coming here, you have to pay it off in the astral plane. Some people ask me, is it possible that we don't go into astral and causal planes at all? Can a perfect living master take us directly? I said, of course. Just be a little careful of your karma, and great master or perfect living master will make sure that any little karma you create, in spite of your restraints, is paid off in the remainder of the life itself, not later on. Sometimes people say, my karma seems to have increased. It's increased because you are not going to pay off in the astral stage, nor do you want to come back. When you want both things, not coming back again and not waiting on the way to pay off, then masters themselves help that you pay off whatever you're doing now, pay off right in the remainder of your life. So that's sometimes called accelerated payoff of the karma. Karma is in the hands of a master after initiation. A master sees what's the best for that particular disciple. And that is why I'm just explaining how it works. I'm just explaining that it's a good thing for us after initiation not to create more karma. Karma is created by the way we think and have our intention to do things. Put your attention in more meditation. Put your attention more love and devotion as much as possible. People could provoke you, don't get provoked. Thank God. say thank you. I paid off. Somebody attacks me, I say thank you. It's very good. It's useful for me. That you attacked me, it's paid off. I must have attacked you in the past. Otherwise you won't do it. It's sudden, it's not premeditated. And if you are creating a second person is creating a karma by intentionally doing something, you don't react to create more for yourself. That is why a life of restraint, till your attention can go beyond the mind, would be very helpful.